After 50 years of striking fear in America's enemies, it is the end of an era for the Air National Guard base in the state of Maryland. While bittersweet for many members, the mission on the base is pivoting toward a new face of war. In tonight's Maryland Moment, Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost and photojournalist Morgan Pravado bring us the story of the feared A-10, the Warthog aircraft in the state.
It's a smoke signal many American troops know well. After waiting for the perfect moment to unleash a 30-millimeter rotary cannon with the ability to fire up to 3,900 rounds per minute, the sound of the A-10 Thunderbolt swooping in can often mean the difference between life and death.
It's air-to-surface lethality and its flexibility to land on almost anything.
The A-10 has been a hallmark for destruction on the ground overseas.
The A-10 earned its reputation under fire.
The story of the A-10 Thunderbolt II, otherwise known as the Warthog, starts to unfold in Maryland.
It started 104 years ago. The chapter started here in Maryland, where they were built in Hagerstown.
Designed to pierce armor on the ground, the A-10 was developed in the 1970s to counter hundreds of Soviet tanks in Europe. First introduced in 1977, these flying tanks took off in popularity and use during the Gulf War, and in the 1990s and 2000s, the military leaned on the expertise of the plane to overwhelm American adversaries all over the Middle East. In Maryland, the aircraft has become part of the landscape.
They're used to seeing them in the air, flying over their house, flying over the Ravens games. It is a quiet plane compared to like an F-16 and F-15 that has afterburners. These don't.
For pilots like Colonel Chris Palmer, the A-10 has been part of his military career.
We're very good at lethal close air support. We're very good at killing enemies of the United States, and that's our job. That's why the A-10 was built.
The 175th Operations and Maintenance Groups have completed 9 combat missions since 9/11. And Colonel Palmer says when he and the other pilots get the call that they're needed, it's a feeling unlike any other.
It's daunting because you're arriving in a theater or an area of responsibility where somebody on the ground, they may be experiencing the worst day of their lives. And it's just an opportunity for us to use our training, to use an amazing wingman that we have, and to eliminate whatever that threat is to the friendly forces.
But those calls won't be coming anymore. And the reputation of the Warthog, the guardian angel in the sky that can fly low and slow, will soon fade into memories. At least here in Maryland.
This is a difficult day.
You see, for years, the Pentagon has tried to send the Warthog to the boneyard, but Congress has stepped in and kept the planes flying until now. The latest Pentagon budget calls for the retirement of the planes to move toward a more capable and multi-role fighter fleet. And Maryland's line of A-10s is gone.
Certainly it's an opportunity to celebrate the legacy. This is a difficult time and a difficult transition for a lot of us as we go into a lot of unknowns.
Unfortunately, we went through this 13 years ago with the 135th.
The Maryland Air National Guard will no longer have an aircraft fleet. State Senator J.B. Jennings, who's also a member of the Guard, notes there's something oddly poetic about it.
Maryland was the first Guard unit that was given planes post-World War I. We are the first non-flying wing.
Without aircraft, Maryland's Guard will zero in on the next critical mission: cybersecurity.
It's certainly the newest domain that the military has had to fight in.
Deputy Wing Commander of the 175th Wing, David Wright, says the Cyber Operations Group already in the wing will help ease the transition. But that doesn't mean it will be easy.
I think there's a lot of folks within the maintenance group and the operations group that are nervous about making that transition. But if you are motivated and you want to be part of the solution, the military is going to train you what you need to know.
Somebody who's 22, 23 years old, it's not too hard. But for your 40-year-old who has, a spouse and 2 kids at home, it's going to be a lot tougher.
As friends and family gather for a ceremony to mark the end of an era.
If you've lost a job you trained for and that you sweated for, the job that your families work for, then there's nothing I can say to remove that sting.
The legacy of the A-10 Thunderbolt II and what it means to the pilots, people, and to Maryland will forever be remembered.
You created the 175th's reputation. You are the heart of the A-10 legacy.
In Middle River, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.